think most of you were wondering, okay, what this class will be about. Because, like, what the hell is Manivela? It's Portuguese, it's translated to crank. Like crank, you know what I'm saying? But in German, Huber. Okay? And it's basically a way of controlling close guard. I really like. Most of the time, if you know me or if you saw me a little bit of sparring, like, I'm not the biggest fan of doing close guard all the time. But when I get to close guard, I feel like that what I show you today, if you manage to get there, you have a pretty high percentage of finishing effect. Okay? Without the need of sweep or a lot of movement. Okay? So for me, it's the best control you can have. Okay? It's just sometimes not so easy to enter it. I show you two ways how to set a position up, and then we start from there. So we're starting close guard. Might be weird because I'm not facing you, but it's better to see. Okay, so we start from close guard. We have basically two entries. There is this one entry which is like, how do I say, like, maybe complicated in the beginning, and there's an easier way I like to do. Okay, but I'll show you both. So let's make it easy. Catch the grip. Okay, one. The second thing is I pull the arm right over me. Okay, so I do this. Then my arm comes all the way around. So I move my arm all the way around, getting an overhook. And to finish it, I can turn to the inside. Okay? You see, I'm already like close to his collar, to the opposite side collar. At that point, I just grab a grip and I let go. Okay? I can let go of the arm to catch the collar and adjust, okay, to make the grip even tighter. As soon as you get to this position, you already have like super tight control. You can adjust the close guard a little bit higher. Okay. He's super stuck with his arm. That's where I want to start. Okay. But we're not finished yet in this position, so we need to add something. So what I do, let's keep it simple. Block the biceps. I step on the hip. Okay, so I use my right leg to step on the hip, and I do a hip escape to the side. The second leg comes to the hip. Now I pinch my knees together, and if you can, control the other arm. Okay, going to this position. That's the position that's called Manivela. Okay,
it's called what?
So I'm here, and from here we will start. Both legs on the hips, but here I'm a little bit higher. Try to pinch his shoulder with my knee, okay, and then control the other arm. We want to come to this position first, and then we work from there. So one more time. No. Again, this setup, I pull the arm all the way over, I dive in, please don't hit the guy with an elbow, unless you're playing a weird kind of MMA with a top. I go all the way around, and don't stop here, shoot in, okay? I want you to focus on this setup first, because the other one, it can happen that you're not tight enough, grabbing the arm, and then he will pull the arm out, and you have literally nothing except of the collar, okay, which is not so bad, but not the best control. So one more time. One, and pull. Okay. You see how I'm moving? Okay, I'm not just here, trying to go all the way around. I'm kind of pulling, and I'm moving. Sorry, I'm moving. I bring the arm in, and I turn. Okay, so I can reach all the way. You see that? Okay. I get a good grip. Then I can let go, adjust, make the position super tight. I turn to the side, I step, and I go to the side. At that point, you don't need to be afraid that the guy is actually jumping all the way around, because you have good control here. Okay, that's why you can open the close guard. Okay, so I want you to finish here, get a good grip, knees tight, good control, pinching the elbow, and now we stay here for a little bit. Okay, you can tell the guy to move a little bit, maybe just to see like how tight the position is. Okay, and then we switch top to bottom. Got it? 3, 2, 1. Good. Tight control.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's say I pull, I move my body, I go all the way around. I turn, and I really try to reach in and grab the gi. Even though it's lower, That's okay. But don't kind of let go, pull, and then try to reach it. Because at that point, he just uses his arm, and he's pushing off me. Yeah. And then I eventually lose the elbow. As soon as you lose the elbow, you lose the control. Okay? So, next time, I pull, I move all the way around, and I turn in, and I catch a collar grip. Okay? If you feel like the collar is super tight, okay, you can, of course, when you're in close guard, start a little bit, like opening up the collar before you get the grip. I move, I go all the way around, in, and I catch a collar grip. Okay? Now, if you feel like you're having a hard time stepping on the hip and escaping like this, okay, just make sure the grip is a little bit tighter, and you can do like this, keeping this leg super tight and step the other on the mat to hip escape. Bring the knee in, step on the hip. It's kind of okay too, the other one is just faster. Okay, so if you can already step on the hip, it's faster, you have better control from the beginning. Okay, so we want to end up here, having control of the arm, having control of the shoulders, everything. Okay, the first two submissions I want to show you are a real tight choke, because some of you might already feel it. If you go like very deep with the collar grip, okay, it's already choking on one side, but that's perfect. So that's the first choke I want to set up. Okay, what we do is, can you lift the head a little bit? Yeah, a little. Okay, not so much pressure. Yeah. I just go tighter. Tighter, as tight as you can, if you want to do the choke. As soon you see it, it's uncomfortable, right? Sorry. You see it's already getting a little bit red because this side is super blocked. Okay, on the other side I'm pushing a little bit with the knee, but not so much. So what I do is basically like this. I place my arm, okay? So I'm not going to try to find the space and then shoot the arm in, that's okay too. But how I like to do is, I push my arm against him and then I grab it. Okay, I bring the elbow under, I keep it a little bit looser, okay, and then just squeeze tight, okay, and he will tap. If you still feel he's not tapping, you can make it even tighter by doing this, locking the close guard and moving your body in, okay. So even though I gave him some space, if I end up not finishing him in the position, you can get back to close guard, which turns the angle a little bit and makes the choke even tighter. Okay. One time. I show you now the way how I like to set up. Okay, but keep in mind that you need to be tight under the armpit and to switch in. Okay, so what I like to do is usually when I pull close guard, I end up with these grips. Okay, and you know it's sometimes hard to catch one grip to pull the arm under. So what I do is kind of trying to resist a little bit and kind of standing up, nice. And so what I do is I kind of pull him a little bit with my knees, with my arms. Most of the people will post on the mat. Okay, so that's what I kind of do. I do like this. As soon as he posts, I shoot in and I catch a grip. Okay, so I feel like that's the easiest way and how I like to set it up. Okay, but the biggest mistake you can do here is doing it, boom, and then just getting to here. And then you don't have any control. That's why I like to set it up in the beginning like this, because then you feel, okay, how needs my arm to be placed and everything. Okay, so that when you're here and you pull him, you can really go all the way around, boom, and shooting in, trying to catch the collar. Okay, so now we're here, blocking the biceps, stepping the hip escaping, knees together, controlling the arm if you can. Okay, now when I take the choke, so I give a little space with the knee, I get tighter, tighter, as tight as you can. Okay, then I place my arm. Okay, because I feel if I push it hard, he might already tap. Okay, which is not really my goal, but I go here and then I catch the grip and I make it tight. Finish. If you feel still not working, I do a little bit looser. Okay, you just connect the close guard, move your body in, and then pull him tight. Okay, which can finish him too if the grips are not tight. That's the first version. For the second attack, you don't need to adjust this too much. So being tight is good, but you don't need to adjust. Which I recommend for the choke, so it's like easy to finish. For the second one, we do very simple. We control the arm, I hip escape more, and I step. Okay, on the biceps, I go all the way over. Okay, pointing my heel to the outside, so it's easier. Some people have a hard time triangling because they keep their leg like this, and then they try to move it, and it doesn't go very far. So if you're here and you point your heel to the outside as good as possible using hip rotation, it's way easier for me to put the leg here. Okay, as soon as you're here, if you can, I recommend to lock. If you feel it's too hard for you to lock, try to stay tight, let go and catch the leg super fast. Okay, boom, get to here. Now we have the arm here. Okay, you could just keep the elbow tight, lift the hip and do an arm bar. Okay, or you lift the hip, most of people know that, pushing the arm to the side, finishing normal triangle. If you feel the arm is stuck here, like tight, and you can't get the triangle or moving the arm, or the arm bar doesn't work, I do like this, I underhook, and now I move my body a little bit to the side, and we will put the shoulder right on the neck, which makes him tap. Okay, one more time. Don't worry, that's it with the choke basically. Okay, so either you get control here because you pull guard, you pull him over, you go back in, catch your grip, post, step, hip escape, tight control. Okay, for the choke, adjust, 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 place the arm, push him a little bit, catching one of the pieces here, okay, they're easy to catch. So 1, 2, tight, just pulling, not working, close guard, moving all the way back. Or second option, I stay here. Okay, control the arm, can even just control the wrist, pull the wrist to the outside, step. The step is not necessary, okay, you could just throw the leg right away over. I like to step most of the times, so I can square up a little bit, shoot the leg even more far to this side, so I connect right away. Okay, for this one, we let go, stay tight. 1, 2, or if I feel like I can't move him, he's super tight here. Okay, I can't do the armbar. I underhook, and I do some kind of a movement like this. Okay, to finish it. Okay, which moves the shoulder more up to the neck.
So you push up.
Kind of like I'm doing this. So I'm here, underhook.
Yeah. Every day we're shopping.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. So as soon as you get there, there are actually so many different attacks, and depending on his reaction, okay, we will decrease his reactions, and then you will only have one really good possible option, and from there we keep working. Okay. So we'll be like this. I go here, I pull him, I get in, I get the grip, I block the biceps, step on the hip, I get to this position, okay, where I control him. Okay, we were attacking a triangle, we were attacking a choke. Okay, the next thing you can attack, okay, always make sure you have a good grip here, is an armbar actually. Okay, so we just need to move a little bit, okay, and put the elbow tight in. Okay, sorry. He should not have tapped right away. He will only tap right away like he did when it's super tight. Okay, when you make the position perfect, and maybe you can see his arm a little bit. Okay, now his arm is a little bit bent and loose. But as soon as I move back, his arm starts strengthening. Straightening. Yeah. And then I put my elbow tight in, which is locking the elbow and keeping the arm extended. Okay, and just by pushing the elbow down, he might tap. Okay, but if you want to make sure he's really tapping, okay, kind of use the hips too. Okay, so you can use the hips, you can use the knees. Okay, just make sure you don't do only one side or only the second side. So then you need to push both, elbow tight, and you see it already tight. Okay, so that's the last submission from here. The next thing he will do is escaping his armbar. Okay, so for the choke we need to let go. That gives him options, of course, to defend, to attack. But as long as we have the grip, you can keep attacking him by attacking his armbar. Okay, so what would the best reaction for him be? Anyone knows?
Push through.
He could posture, okay, but like, let's say I'm super tight, okay, it's hard for him to posture up because he will feel it.
Bend his elbow.
Bend his elbow, okay. He could bend it up, but if he bends it up, my back's stronger. So which way he will go?
Omoplata.
Omoplata. Okay, so moving the arm down. Nice, because now there's no arm. Okay. As soon as he moves the arm down, we need to change the position. Okay? Because it's not so easy to attack the omoplata from here. You could do when you're very flexible, kind of lift a little bit, put the leg to the front, catch the arm, move, and you will end up omoplata. Okay? But what's the biggest problem about omoplata? Who knows?
Stepping over. Stepping over?
Yeah, for sure. If he steps over, like he gets to a good position, but I can kind of hold him a little bit, so it's hard for him to step over.
He's
but
gonna roll forward.
The easiest thing is a roll, right? Because of course he's giving the sweep or something, but rolling out of it is one of the most effective ways to just at least escape the omoplata. Okay. So, but let's add a couple of submissions here. So I'm here, and I feel like he's bending the arm. Okay, the first one I just showed you, you can just let go, control the shoulder, push him a little bit away. Okay. Now here comes the clue. I place my leg different now. Okay. In the beginning, when his arm was raising up, I had a good chance of controlling him here. But now, since his arm is turned, he can already roll. Okay, because he feels free on both shoulders to roll. And then if he's super strong or super explosive, I might lose him. Okay, eventually I end up on top, okay, but he could just explode out. So I need to add something. I use this leg and I step this leg right here on the shoulder. Okay, close to the shoulder, and I connect my legs like this. Okay. Boom. I let go and I lock the arm. If you're playing no-gi, I would recommend to control the elbow, and now you can grab to the inside on the shoulder. If you're playing it with gi, you can give a little bit more space because you have the arm. Okay, you step in, and do you see that I step right in the gap of the shoulder and I pinch my knee down? Okay, that makes the position so uncomfortable and tight for him, he's already looking to the wrong side. So it's hard for him to do a shoulder roll actually. He could only do a shoulder roll in this direction, which offers me a simple sweep. Okay, but let's say he's super stuck here. He can't move. I'm tight. Pinching the knee. Now I have the arm. You only need one arm. Okay, grab the wrist, pull the arm up. One, omoplata. Switch to the wrist. Okay, some people tend to have a loose wrist. Pull the wrist. Boom, finish. I catch the arm all the way. Okay, and I attack razor lock. Okay, you can attack the razor lock by putting your sharp part right on the elbow. Head control. Boom, one. Or you could do like, I don't know if you ever seen like this series, like I don't know what's in English. Like who knows, Bezaubernde Genie. Fabulous Genie, something like that.
I dream of Genie.
Wondrous?
Like the genie,
Wonderful.
who is filling the wishes of her the guy, and she's doing like this, right?
Oh, I dream of Genie.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you can do like this, 1, 2, finish. Okay, if you like that. 1, because it makes it tight here. 1, 2, 3, or this variation. Okay. The last one is more for when you lose the arm and you like to be like a little bit more fancy. So you kind of want to attack this one, but you lost the arm. Oh no, what I'm gonna do now? Okay, I have the grip still. I will catch his arm. I go up on my face and then turn all the way into armbar. I can finish it from here, but what I like to do is I pinch my knees and I will lift his head a little bit and he will start to roll. Boom, finish armbar. Okay, so one more time. Try to remember, because there were many submissions. Look at it. Pull, I get in, I get the grip, I block, I get out. Okay, first one attacking the armbar. Okay, now he's defending the armbar. I feel like, oh, no armbar anymore. Boom, step, stay tight, you can let go. Okay, don't keep this grip anymore. Let go. Now, 1, 2, you could even let go and get to Kimura. Okay, that's possible too. Underhook. Catch the arm, trap it, okay, shoulder head, get tight to here, 1, 2, I lost the arm, so which means I just spin on my forehead, please not on the nose, okay, it might be smashing the mat and maybe the mat's on my thing even. Okay, so you want to stay on the forehead, or even jump from shoulder to shoulder. So I just lift myself up, my shin stays, I turn all the way, boom. Until I end up here. Second leg over, knees together, heels to the mat, finish. Finish. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's try to from or connect to. Because I feel like I don't have the need to sweep or to change the position anymore. I just keep attacking depending on his reactions. Okay. So I show you a couple more, and then we switch the position again a little bit. The first switch happened when it was bending the arm, right? We then stepped with the leg closer to the shoulder, and we locked him again, and now we didn't need the grip anymore. Okay, and still we could attack the arm. Okay, I'll show you one more reaction. So when I'm here, stop, and I come to this position, and I control the arm. Okay, can you bend the arm? So he's bending the arm because he's afraid of the arm bar. I step in so he can't roll for the omoplata defense. Okay, so now I stay tight here, lock it. Okay, his head is locked, I still have the arm. It can happen a couple of times that when you let go of the arm, because maybe you want to attack the Kimura grip or something, or you don't have the arm, like just this grip and he's releasing the grip and kind of trying to post the hand, okay, a little bit. There's a funny way to keep attacking him if you're like maybe flexible or not afraid to do it. You just pull with your leg up and you hook the arm, okay? Which either serves you for a nice triangle, because now you could lock at the triangle. You see I have the arm in the head. Okay, you can finish him from there too, like attacking all the options. Or, what I like to do sometimes, okay, if I feel like I just want to play, okay, just move him. Oh, he's rolling. Now he's rolling all the way to the other side. Okay. From here, if you keep, turn your omoplata in. If you keep this grip tight, you can let go of the leg a little bit and just move your hips up, and you will like put him in kind of in reverse omoplata. Okay, if you want to have it. You can pull the arm out to attack an arm bar. Okay. Or eventually sometimes, when you're here, okay, this is very uncomfortable too. Catching the grip, okay, I feel like it only works with the knee. Catching the grip, having the shin already like on the shoulder, part of the biceps kind of, then pull the arm. It's very uncomfortable. Okay. But to be honest, I feel like the stronger the people are, the less it will work. Okay, just because they're pushing so strong back, okay, then it's not working.
Can you now with the feet jump up?
Where?
Yeah.
If you can.
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course, if he's like super flexible, that's the thing, I always need to watch out of his legs, right? So that's hard when you do this. Yeah. If you're here, like, it's easier because you can block your legs, right? Okay, there's always like, if people are flexible and you sit there feeling like, oh, I have everything, and then they shoot a triangle. Yeah. Just because they're so flexible, bring your legs here and you're like, just tap, you know what I'm saying? So you need to pay attention, okay, always, as soon as you're sweep. Okay, you could let go and just end up on top, okay, and getting the sweep. Okay. So I was here, I did not take this one on the arm, I lift the arm, and then bring my leg on. Okay. You could even catch the arm if you're flexible enough. You can pull the arm, the leg out. Now you have like a nice arm bar. If you saw like in, I don't know what it was, like last year or maybe 2 years, Michelle Nicolini got like a super bad arm bar, like this, broke the arm. She continued to fight. So it was like this, and then you go grab the arm and she was defending, popped. She kept fighting because I think she was winning before the arm break, right?
She had points.
Yeah, she was winning, so the adrenaline, everything, she just kept fighting, but she lost, right? If I remember right.
Lost an arm?
Huh?
She lost an arm?
Yeah, not only. Not only. Okay. So watch out with this. Okay, do it carefully. And it depends a little bit on your leg flexibility, to be honest. Okay, even though I place my leg really good, it can be uncomfortable for you, and you feel like, oh, my knee's super under tension. And if the guy's super strong, like pulling at some points, okay, I would recommend you to watch out on this. Okay, if you like to try it. Okay, you could even, if you're like more flexible, put the leg in. Can you face me? Okay, and try to attack like an gogoplata. Okay, or as I said, just hook, move him, move him, move him. Okay, you even have armbar if you want to. Power armbar. If the arm is still bent and you have good control and you just move the hips, it's kind of like an omoplata. Okay, you can pull the arm as I said. Boom. If he's moving the legs, eventually you can attack some leg locks, okay, or you just defend, trying to stay on top. You can connect to a triangle. You can try to move more on top, maybe getting the arm out, stop staying on top, trying to finish from here. Because there are tons of options if you be creative. Okay. I just want you to do it a couple of times, those things. If you feel they're too much, just stick to the other submissions. Okay. Basically, it's like this. You don't need all the variations. Okay, so mostly I would say maybe 3 in a combination, but most of the time 2, because you attack the one, you defend, you attack the other one. Okay, or you lose the position. So it's not about having 100 submissions, knowing every submission of them, but never be able to execute those. Okay, but it's good to know, because at some point your submission doesn't work and you still know, okay, there's more to do. Okay, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Okay, let's switch to this, let's switch to this. Okay, so try it, find your favorite submission for this one, and then proceed. Okay, should I show one more time or is it?
Yeah, one more time.
So the beginning is clear, right? So we end up here, the leg is in, I have good control, we know all the submissions from the arm, okay, including the arm bar and stuff. Okay, so now I lost the arm. Can you post the arm? So he's either posting the arm, or if he's not posting, okay, you can do it like, because you're just pulling. Okay, I need to hook it. You can connect triangle from here, and that's the point where you start hooking. Okay, or keep attacking the arm with a super tight position. If you want to do like Michelle including the arm bar, just catch the arm, try to get it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Keep the position, but the submissions won't change. Okay. Why? Because there's simply a limited part of things we can submit on a guy, right? The wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, and that's what we were focusing the most, right? So I don't know how many ways you know how to bend the wrist and to make someone tap, but actually there's just 1, 2. Okay, omoplata, one direction. Kimura, one direction. Okay, maybe you can turn your wrist a little bit, armbar, one direction. Okay, so the submissions won't change, only the position will change a little bit. Okay? I just say it one more time, don't forget that when you're here and you enter with the leg like this and the guy's bending the arm, that you don't forget to pull the arm up. Why? Because, can you get up a little bit? I don't know if you can see it, but if he turns the arm in and I stay here, he might be able to pull the arm out. Okay, so go back. So what I need to do to make it tight is let go, because as soon as I let go, I can close the space with my leg. Okay, now the arm is stuck, and now I can attack the arm. Okay, if you keep the grip, of course, at some points, some of you might feel it. It's a lot of pressure when you start hooking with this leg, okay, because you have both shoulders locked. Okay, which is in a way good, but to be honest, I feel like you're giving up the chance for controlling him here, because you give space in the beginning. Okay, and then it's easy for him to pull the arm out. So I want to stay tight here, lock it. You can go with the arm in too, if you like to, grab the gi to keep him tight. Okay, that's kind of the no-gi way I would do, grabbing the shoulder under my leg, so I support this control.
And
okay.
where's your left hand? What's your left hand doing?
In no-gi?
No, right now.
Grabbing.
It's just grabbing the sleeve, okay.
Grabbing the sleeve, or grabbing the elbow,
Okay.
depending on how far you can come.
Okay.
Okay, if I feel like I can get all the way to the elbow, I would grab the elbow, especially for no-gi. Okay, because it's harder to just control the wrist like this.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're focusing a lot on here, and you don't care about the arm, of course you can let go too and attack. Okay, but then you need to pay attention that if he's using his arm, he eventually pushes the leg down, I don't know. Because then you need to be fast attacking, right? Okay, so let's say I'm in this position, but I feel like I can't do anything. Okay, I feel like it's not working, maybe he's stepping over with the leg, I don't know, I don't need to do. Okay, I just can't get the arm. I just feel like I'm afraid to let go of the arm. Okay, because eventually he's pushing the knee down, as I said. I just feel stuck a little bit, okay, in the position. So what I like to do then is, I kind of pull the arm and I shoot my leg through, like this. Okay, you see he's now falling. Okay, you could, not my first option, just telling you, you could pull the arm, lift, and attack an armbar. Okay. which looks very nice, but it's not easy to do. Okay, my preferred option is this: get up. But I'm not just getting up to mount. You could do that. Nice, you get like points for the sweep, you get points for the mount if you can stay. Okay. But if I have the chance, I eventually continue my good control, which means I'm here. Okay, I pull, I get up, I step on the mat, and I stay tight. Okay. Which gives me the sweep, good position, and the shoulder is super stuck. Okay, pushing my knee to the inside, my other knee is on the other side. Okay, I'm not giving space here, I'm leaning with my belly and my ribs on his arm. What's that? You can stay here, the arm is locked. Perfect. Okay, so what we have? Wrist lock. Kimura. Grab the wrist, pull the wrist to his head. You can grab, but I feel like grabbing gives up control here, so I would not grab, but you could. Okay. Then, what else do we have? I could let go of the arm. One. I could even let the arm go here if I want to maybe attack the back. Okay. If I want to attack armbar, I just need to shoot my leg over. You go back again. If he's extending the arm, I might have like armbar. Okay. You can control his arm on the other side, and if you're flexible, okay, I don't like to do, but I just show you. Okay, you could place the leg over. Can you bend the arm? It's easier for you. Okay, and then push the head, like Globetrotter again. Okay, what else could you do? You could fall again if you like this position we did before. Okay, can you go back? What you say?
Can you defend with the right hand?
This one for sure. Okay, he will defend like with the arm. So that's why when I'm here, you still have one arm. You can even step over.
Okay.
If you like this more. Okay. If he's relaxing too much,
Strong here, can you push?
I feel like it's hard to push now because I'm blocking the shoulder. So it's very tight.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, of course. You could like always, let's say I have bad posture. and I feel like here, he's pushing me to the other side down and I'm kind of falling. Okay. As long as you stay tight here, okay, you will have a chance by just moving the body, either turn armbar, tight armbar, bringing the leg fast. Okay, but to be honest, I feel like in the beginning when you enter this position, he will feel it and you will feel it when you try it. Okay, the stepping after the sweep is so tight in the beginning that it's super hard for him to move now. It will take time for him to set up the position. Whilst for me it's just this, to finish him. I just show you a couple of options for examples, right? So what else could we do? We could let go of the arm and armbar, I already said that, right? You could just step over, keep pulling him that way to attack like omoplata. Now he's already flat on belly, lifting, arm. Okay, can you go back? Okay. You could step, roll for omoplata. Can you go back? You can, in the middle of the roll, control the arm to finish an omoplata from here. I show the setup one more time, and the submissions. Remember, it's the same submissions we already did. It's just a different position now. Okay, so I'm here, I go in, I grab, I get the control here. He's bending the arm because I'm trying to attack armbar. Okay. I control, I let go, make the position tight. I feel like I can't do anything. So I'm gonna pull the arm, extend the leg, sitting up using my hip. Staying tight here. Okay. If you can get over the arm, you can get like triangle too. Or if you feel like, let's say I control this arm and he's pushing his elbow to the mat. Push it to the mat, push it to the mat. Okay, he will end up in mount, right? I still have the other arm maybe, attacking the things on the other side. So like, if you know the timing to proceed and you keep attacking, you will win. Okay, that's basically it. If you're here the first time of your life and you're like, oh, I got there. Now I have everything. And he's like exploding and then you're tapping, right? Because, yeah, you should have practiced a little bit more, right? So stay tight. 1, 2, maybe 3. Okay, you can shoot the leg over. Boom. If he's extending the arm, I will have straight armbar. Okay. If he's getting the arm all the way across, okay, I eventually just put the leg over, sitting down, attacking armbar. Okay. You can't shoot this leg over. I'm now attacking triangle. You can put this leg over for omoplata this side. Okay. If you want to do it on this side, just roll. You simply just fall, roll, close it. You can hook the head if you want to. You can hook under the arm. You can grab the other arm while rolling, depending on his movement of the arm, right? So if you leave the arm here, you might catch it. Yeah, just keep proceeding. Boom, bringing him down to the mat, finishing omoplata. Okay, I just want you to work a little bit on that. That's the last thing I'm gonna show you. Okay, if you have any questions, raise the hand. And let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Questions? I will come to you.